Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my player ratings for the absolute bullshit performance against Spurs. How on earth did we lose this game? Although actually I do know how we lost the game, because we've got absolute brain dead fucking twats in defence for us. We are never ever going to progress as a team when we've got some of the clowns that we've got in defence. Mikel Arteta knows it. I tell you something, Stan, Josh, whoever's in charge, you better know it as well. Because I'm sick to death of putting up with brain dead pricks on the pitch. Of all the games, you have to make the mistakes. It's Tottenham. Of all the games, why can you not just defend? Why can you not just do simple things on a football pitch? Every single week we're sitting here and we're talking about something they've done wrong. Again and again and again. These are players that are on over 100 fucking grand a week. I'm not even exaggerating. I could go to lower league football and find better defenders than what I'm seeing. Ones with a football brain. Ones that can actually use 2 feet. You know, I'm hearing all this talk about Kolasinac. He's not comfortable on his right foot. The man's on over 100 grand a week and he's got 1 foot. Are you taking the piss? Honest to God, I'm done with our defending. We can have one good game and then we turn to shit again. It's the same old. And it's never ever going to change. Get that into your head. It will never change. Whilst they're still here, it will never change. I like what Mikel Arteta's doing. I can see what he's trying to implement. But look at what he's got at his disposal. Come on, man. You know, he's not a magician. Can't just pull a rabbit out of a hat. It's like what I've always said when I've been on AFTV. You can't polish a turd. You're not going to find fucking gold, are you? Piss me right off. Of all the games. Dominated. At one point in the second half, we had 88% possession. We just didn't have that cutting edge, that killer instinct. And it shows where we're lacking. And one of the issues that Mikel Arteta has got at the moment is because the defence is so shit, he's had to try and play free at the back to bring an extra man in there, which has took an extra man away from the midfield area. Somebody that could be creative. And there's the difference and the balance of why we're not getting it right. I've got no doubt in my mind that once Mikel Arteta's got his own players in that can play his style, he won't be playing free at the back. That's not his formation or his system. It's a case of needs must at the moment. Oh my dear God. Listen, let's go and get into the player rating. Starting off in goal, Emi Martinez. And I think that he was one of our best players. Some people questioning him with the first goal with Son. I don't think he's got any option but to go down. Normally a player will pull it underneath him. It's a good finish from Son, but why was he even in that position in the first place? We'll get onto it in a minute, but oh my dear word. And at the end of the day, you know, Tottenham had a load of chances once it went 2-1, and that was always going to happen because we were chasing to try and get an equaliser. And it was Martinez that actually, you know, stopped the scoreline looking embarrassing. So yeah, for, you know, his performance, I'm going to give Martinez an 8. I thought that was a good performance. Now we're going to move on to the back three. First of all, Kolasinac, you fucking absolute brain dead prat. Honestly, you know, what is he doing? He shouldn't be a footballer. Go and work on the doors. You know, do door work or something. Go protect Mesut Ozil. Whatever the fuck you want to do. Just stop trying to play football. Fucking a simple fucking 5-yard pass, man. Fucking piece of shit. Absolute rubbish, man. Let's get it right as well. The only reason why Kolasinac's starting at the moment is because we have nobody that can play in that left centre-back role since Mari's been injured. Yeah, he wouldn't be starting. Sell him over 100 grand a week. Are you mad? Get in the bin. Seriously, fuck off. 0. Next up, we have David Luiz. Caught flat for the goal, but I'm not going to blame him on that one because the ball should have been straight to his feet. You know, but he's not the fastest. You look at defenders out there like a Virgil van Dijk, for example. I don't think Son would have got past him. I think that he would have recovered that. But it's no excuse. Overall, wasn't that great. There was calamitous moments in there as well. He gets a 1. Mustafi, well done. Mustafi turns back into Mustafi again. The clown that dives into everything. What are you auditioning for? The fucking Olympics. 9.9, great dive. Yeah. Oh, he's fucking doing my nutting, man. The way this guy dives in. There was one moment where Harry Kane is not even fast. Remember that. Harry Kane is not fucking fast. Yet he skins past Mustafi. Do you know what I mean? Like he's Usain fucking Bolt. Useless. Prat. 1. Gonna go to the wing back positions. Hector Bellerin. And I'll tell you something. Hector, fair play. Fair play. Because I've criticised this man. And I don't think he should have started the game. But I'll tell you something. He actually done well. He actually did perform. I thought it was a good performance from Hector. There was one moment in the first half where he skinned Harry Winks. Who shouldn't have been on the pitch, by the way. You know, if the referee had a pair of fucking balls to actually book him for the first shirt pull. Fucking wanker. But Hector, he was more direct. He was trying to make things happen. Everything we've been crying out for a long time. Maybe the competition has woke him up a little bit. But I actually didn't mind Hector's performance. I thought he'd done well. And I'm going to give him an 8 because I actually do think he done well. In the left wing back position, Kieran Tierney. And I think Jose nullified that side. He literally just packed it up, put Sissoko over there. And knew that our left-hand side was dangerous. And just basically never gave Tierney much of a chance to get forward. It was a standard performance. It was decent. He never done anything wrong. But it wasn't up to the levels of what he's been doing over recent weeks. And I'll give Tierney a 6. Next up, we have the midfielders. First of all, Granit Xhaka. And there were some good and some bad moments. The way he won the ball back for the Lacazette goal was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, look, man, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. It's just so fucking frustrating, man, that we lose to that shit and they're not even good. But Granit Xhaka, again, it was decent. It was decent enough. And I'll give him a 6. Next up, we have Dani Ceballos and the one player that was trying to create. He's trying to work as a link between, you know, the attackers and Granit behind him and whatnot. And it's difficult. We've had to take an extra man out of that midfield to play the 3 at the back because they're useless bunch of fucking idiots. And it doesn't work all the time when you're trying to link. And I think that if Ceballos had someone in and around him that's more of a creative side, I feel that could work really well together. But Dani Ceballos, he really tried, you know, and made some openings. And I thought that was a decent enough performance. And I'll give him a 7. Next up, we have Nikola Pepe. Started the game ahead of Saka. And I don't suppose it was justified, to be honest with you. I felt in the opening half hour, it was a very quiet game. And then he came into life. And what I don't get is why in the second half he never attacked Ben Davies. Because he was absolutely shit scared of him. And he was on a yellow card as well. Like I said, in that first, 15 minutes or so towards the end. Fucking hell, man. He had him on toast. But the ball just isn't going in the way. Oh, don't even get me started, man. Nikola Pepe, I'm giving him a 5. Because I just didn't like the performance overall. Weren't enough for me. Next up, we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And should he have scored? It was a difficult chance. Left foot as well. Hit the bar. Had a very good chance after, which was a good save by Luiz. Works hard all game and everything. But there was one moment in the first half as well with that cutback from Hector. And he's got to get a foot on that, man, and finish it. But yeah, for this one, Aubameyang, he gets a 6. Next up, we have Alexandre Lacazette. And I thought he had a really good game. His goal was an absolute rocket. Worthy of winning any derby. And we've waited so long for Lacazette to actually score away from home. And, he's got a couple now. And You know, what can he do when he does that? He does that bit for us and he says, right, boys, don't worry, we got this. I've done what I need to do. And then Kolasinac's like, yeah, SpongeBob Squarehead. Let me just fucking pass it back like a clown. Fucking idiot, man. I thought his hold-up play was really good. I felt that, you know, he tried to link. And there was so many times, though, he was having to drop so deep. Because it's really difficult for Tobias to try and be that link. And he couldn't always be there. And again, we go back to the point that we're losing someone out of there. So, you know what? I'm giving Lacazette an 8 because I actually liked his performance. I thought he done well. And it's not his fault that there's fucking Sideshow Bob and the Incredible Hulk Squarehead and all that in defence behind him, man. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to give him. In terms of the substitutes, Saka was on there the longest, came on with 20 minutes to go. I like his energy and his will and his fight. He got booked because he was so frustrated at one point. But this is a boy that knows what this derby means. He's a Highland boy. He's grown up through the academy system knowing exactly what you think of Tottenham. But yeah, the fact that him, Willock, Nelson and Cedric, I'm not going to give them anything more than the 5 because it wasn't, you know, long enough for them to do anything. Manager's rating, Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give him a 7. I don't think it's his fault with the starting lineup. I suppose you can question Pepe or Saka. Saka's played a lot of games. He's 18 years old. Pepe, before he had to, you know, go off to, you know, his wife giving birth and everything else, was in great form. He played really well. He'd scored goals. So you can see why. The thing is with Mikel Arteta is what can he do with that happens in defence? You can't legislate that. No matter how much you try and implement all your tactics and ideas during the week, it's thrown out the window when you've got that shit. What more can I say? Like I said, that's what I'm going to give him for the game, and it's, you know, a 7 for me. I don't think there was anything too wrong with the starting lineup. I suppose you could look at the Saka one and Pepe, like I said. You know, Bellerin was justified by his performance. And the rest takes care of itself, really. So that is it. And yeah, I can't say no more in terms of the player ratings. It's just an absolute calamitous show in defence again. And the sooner we sort this out, the sooner we can actually start becoming a football club again. Because right now, we're dealing with this bullshit. You know, we're rewarding shit defending with new contracts. You know, if you're throwing out new contracts and 100 grand a week, fucking give me it. I'll stand there and give the ball away a load of fucking times. You're paying these fucking idiots. Absolute joke, man. And don't worry, we've only got Liverpool on Wednesday. And then we've only got Manchester City at the weekend. Fucking great. Can't wait for this season to finish. And we just get over and done. And then Mikel Arteta can then get to work on trying to bring in the players that he wants. You know, and get rid of the fucking ones that are pissing everyone off. That's what I want anyway, seriously, because I can't take it no more. And when you're looking at it as well, we'll probably only get a month off and then we're back in September. So we've got to turn this round quick. Big time. But there were good points in there. There were some good points. And, you know, like Mikel Arteta said, if we play a lot of our matches like that and cut out the defending, we're going to win a lot of games. But when you've got them fucking clowns in defence, you're going to lose a fucking lot as well. Seriously, excuse my language. I apologise in advance. I'm so pissed off. I'm so frustrated, man, because it's... I just can't even speak no more. Seriously. What's coming up? Well, I'll tell you what's coming up. We're going to be doing the preview to the Liverpool game, of course. AFTV watch along. Yeah, I'll be there. Wonder if I'm doing some kung fu kicks on Michael Jackson moonwalks and all sorts of shit. Listen, man, I'm a passionate fan. I love my club and I want them to do well. It is what it is, man. I think people all over the world react in all different ways when things don't go their way, or they celebrate a goal, or they're angry, or whatever it might be. It is what it is. But listen, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.